Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Winning Women Network Hangout. I am Coach Lakeisha Kenya, and you are in for a treat, okay? I want to just say thanks to all of my lovely panelists. These phenomenal women will be sharing with you the inside of their lives, and their lives with DS Domination. You're going to hear some stories of how we women are super, how we really can, handle living life. We can handle the kids, we can work a job, we can do all kind of volunteering for the church and everything. In addition, we could build a successful home-based business. So that is what you're going to hear here today. Also, I'm going to give some very valuable information. So I want you to just pay close attention to what we have. And if you don't mind, you may want to even get out a pen and paper because we're going to be sharing some great success tips and how you can be successful, in DS Domination, okay? And, with eBay and Amazon. So just be looking out for that information that's going to be coming to you very shortly, okay? Also, my lovely co-host, Ms. Sharon Booker Brown, is here with me, and she and I will be exchanging and just, making this panel go as smooth as possible. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. And the first person that I'm going to call out today, just keep in mind that there are two buttons below. One that says, I want more information. The other one says, I want to get started today. So if at any time, anything that's said resonates with you, please click the button to get started today. And if you happen to need more information, that's okay too. Just know that it'll open in another page and you can continue to listen to these phenomenal women. And, I don't even like to use the word stories because they are truths. They are real life truths of how we do what we do and we just make it work. So again, what I want to do is start by saying incomes will be mentioned tonight, but incomes will vary. Some people say may. I say incomes will vary because of the fact that we don't know you yet. We don't know your work ethics. We don't know your work history. We don't know if you know how to copy and paste or if you will copy and paste, okay? Also, before we get started, I want to send a shout out to our leaders, our dear Keisha Bass, who created this platform for us, and Reginald Stinson, who is the founder of the Unit of Prosperity. These two people, oh my God, they have our best interests at heart, and we are a unit. We are a family, and it's all about us prospering. And it's not just about making money. It goes far deeper than that. So again, you're in the right place at the right time. So whoever invited you to this hangout, you may want to just call them up and buy them dinner and say thanks for the invite. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get started. And I'm going to start with my girl, Tam Phillips. And the reason, Sam, while I'm talking here, if you can just unmute yourself, the reason that I am going to call out on Tam like right now is because of the fact that, Angie, I think you're unmuted if you don't mind. Thanks for joining us. But I'm going to call out on Tam because I had the pleasure of meeting this young woman back some months ago. I met her, I don't even remember the exact month it was, but she was very, very new to marketing. She was also very new to, as far as I'm knowing, she was new to doing any home-based business. But she came, she played full out. I'm not going to tell her whole story, but this is just somebody who I just connected with from across the room, and it's just been like we've known each other and we edify each other and we compliment each other, and we're sister nurses, and I'm super excited because I just saw another one of my sister nurses who joined the panel as well. So Tam, if you don't mind, just share with us, how it has been, what have you done in the past leading up to DS Domination?
Wow, what an introduction. Well, thank you, Lakeisha. I really, really, really appreciate that. I'm so honored to be amongst this panel of wonderful women. You guys are so exciting and so amazing, and I am so, so thankful that you asked me to be on here, and I accepted, and all that good stuff. It's just wonderful to be here. You're right, I'm a nurse, and I was fairly new to network marketing, not in the sense that I have not tried it before, but I have tried it before, but without leadership. And so therefore, it really wasn't something that I was able to catapult in and able to really get out there and express myself and learn about how to be a network marketer, how to be a work-at-home mom. So therefore, I sort of, I didn't last too long in that. With the company that I was with, the company also had some concerns, and so I quickly ended my network marketing career and just went back to full-time nursing. And in between that time, Reggie, he would talk to me, and that's Reginald Stinson. He would talk to me about different business ventures and things like that. And, us being who we are, I would say, no, that's your thing. My thing is something else. Well, then he told me, he said, just watch me one night. I need you to support me on a hangout. And I said, okay, I'll hang out with you, and so we did that, and I was blown away by a company that presented itself well with certain leaders that were excited about what they were doing. They found their niche. They found their place in being with DS Domination. It was e-commerce, retail therapy. Who doesn't like retail therapy? And so when I heard about it and I heard how exciting it was, I had to figure out if it was still something that would meet my criteria, because I'm a little skeptical. I like to make sure that everything is going to be okay. So I said, well, is it a company that's going to take me towards success? Well, success for me is progress. That's success. So I said, okay, everybody else is being successful. They're making progress. And then I said, does it have a solid foundation? Come to find out, DS Domination has a 5-year plan in place that is going to solidify that company and take it and give us a solid foundation. It's not a fly-by-night type of company. DS Domination is a company with a solid foundation. It has a 5-year plan in place. Then, was it honorable and trustworthy? DS Domination is honorable and trustworthy. People have been drop shipping for years. Basically, when you're drop shipping, all you're doing is you're advertising. So you're being paid to advertise for another vendor to sell their products, and you sell their products, and everybody gets their money, and the purchaser gets their product, and everybody's happy. So it's completely legitimate. It's completely legal. And it's a solid foundation. It was going to take me on that path to success, and so that's why I started with DS Domination.
Wow, Tam, thanks so much for that. I mean, you mentioned so many good points. The one thing that you mentioned that stuck out with me was the leadership. And, I just happen to know that, you rub shoulders with the leaders. Just teasing, but seriously, the leadership with this company is just phenomenal. So I'm glad that you pointed that out, as well as that's something that you mentioned about the company and them having a 5-year plan. That is virtually unheard of, because most companies are just trying to keep themselves afloat for the first 3 to 4 years to even say feel whether they are going to be successful or not. And here we are in a company that already has 5 years laid out for us. I mean, if that's not a clue, they say success leaves clues. If that's not a clue, I'm not sure what is a clue. So, Tam, again, I was able to rub shoulders with you out in Las Vegas when we went to our first convention. How did it feel to connect with all of the people like Angie and uh, Keisha Bass and Valerie and just everybody? I mean, how did it feel to really see the unit and be able to feel and touch the unit?
Hmm. Well, it was amazing. It's no secret. Reggie is my brother. Okay, so that's no secret. But he never really told me and shared with me the impact that that the Lord has blessed him with. So when I went to the convention and I saw the magnitude of the people that have been blessed with DS Domination through God's hand and Reginald Stinson. And he never told me. It was phenomenal. It was something that I knew that he had been dreaming about a long time. And it wasn't just his success, it was everybody's success. It was so surreal. It was everybody that was there really loved the company, the owners, Roger, Kevin, Hitesh, their Christian background, their drive to make sure that the company stays solid, and then the uproar of enthusiasm and happiness and freedom that was there within at this convention. It was a convention like no other. Yes, they taught us some extra things, but it was almost as if you were, watching a Michael Jackson concert or watching the coming back of the Lord or something like that. I mean, it was completely unreal. It was amazing. It was words can't begin to explain. And that was just in 1 year. So just in 1 year, what DS Domination has been able to bless my family with and so many other families with across the entire world. We had people there from Barbados, Spain. We had people there from all over the country. And they were just really just giving honor and thanks to the owners of this company. That's what makes it real, and that's where you want to set your feet on that firm foundation and be a part of something so amazing and so surreal. I can hardly wait till next year.
Me either, Tam. I want to just, thank you for that. And I'm glad you continue to talk, because you was getting me choked up. I'm like, she pretty when she cry, but I'm gonna be ugly, so don't make me start crying. No, but seriously, I mean, I feel you. I mean, I really feel the passion, and that was just really what it was all about. So again, if you are, already a part of DS Domination, if you did not make the first annual event, please right now, start putting together your funds so that when the next event is ready to take place, that you cannot miss it. Because Reginald did not explain those things to you, Tam. But how could he? I mean, it is almost something that you can't explain. I mean, and you gave some good analogies. It was like, a Michael Jackson concert. I mean, I would have been on the top of the world to be at a Michael Jackson concert. I mean, or the coming back of Christ. I mean, nothing could compare to that. So I mean, really, you brought it home. I want to say, thank you, and we may get to ask you another question towards the end of the panel here. Again, you are in the right place at the right time, listening to the Winning Women Network, okay? And again, if you couldn't feel the love that Tam has for us, you should just see her in the Facebook group. I mean, really, she makes you feel like you want to wake up and get out of the bed in the morning because of the pleasantries and just the person that she is. So we are so glad to be graced with your presence, and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us tonight.
Thank
And
you.
so if you don't mind, if you will mute your microphone, we're going to move right along. I want to talk to Jody because Jody is in Canada, okay? So Canada, okay? So again, Jody, I didn't have the opportunity to meet you. I'm not sure if you were at the event in Vegas, I don't know if you were there, but however, you are here right now and you are dedicating yourself to helping people, and you're connected yourself from across the world to get the message out about DS domination. So if you don't mind unmuting yourself and telling us a little bit about Jody and what brought you here and, what has DS domination done for you and your family?
Thanks, and yes, I am Canadian. And I got together with DS Domination probably I think, end of November, beginning of December. I actually got started because we have 6 children. So we have 2 his, 2 mine, and 2 together. So we just have our younger 2 at home. And I really actually got started because I wanted to find out how to get all our Christmas gifts at a discount. So I didn't really have a whole lot of intention of joining another business because I've been involved with, you name it. I've been in it, healthcare, scrapbooking. I've even sold furniture. I've sold everything that you can imagine. And every time you start at the business, it costs money to start up a business. And most business owners tell you, you have to be in the business for like 2 or 3 years before you see a profit. And they give you the whole grind of, hey, you got to get 100 no's before you get a yes. And a lot of sales jobs, I've been a salesperson for 21 years, and I was just so done with sales. I was burned out. I was, the last couple of years I'd been supporting my husband to put him through school, and things were rough. And when he finally got a job back, and I just didn't want to go back to that grind, especially in jobs where you are commission-based. I had to work 50-plus hours a week, and I never wanted to go on my breaks because, you'd have that fear of you'd leave for lunch and then a customer would come back and buy a whole bedroom suite and you didn't get the commission. So, this was something that was totally new. And then I signed up with one of the other leaders here with the UOP group, Rachel Kelly, and for $20 a month, I thought, this can't be real. Like, really? You cannot make money for $20 a month and, be a sustainable income. And I just have to say, for all those moms out there, if you've tried every single thing under the sun, for $20 a month, where this company teaches you how to find and list and items on Amazon and eBay. And I just came back from vacation, so that was really, really exciting. And that's another thing that I wouldn't have been able to do. Me and my husband, I don't think in the last 10 years we've actually had vacation times at the exact same time. Okay, so we just went for the last 10 days. I went to a ski hill. There's no snow there yet, but we were checking out properties at a ski hill. And it's just like, this has given us the freedom to dream again. Okay, so if people are looking for that thing that you're just wondering, could this really be it for $20 startup? And I'm just going to say yes. I have done so many other jobs, and this has been something that I didn't even have to sign up people to be able to make money. I made on my first profit on eBay, I think it was $10. And I remember calling up my leader and saying, oh my God, I think I just peed my pants. I made $10 because this was so easy. And then my next profit was like $52. And it just has been going up, and you just kind of wonder what. And like I said, I'm Canadian. I have girls in Australia. I think a person who just signed with me last week was from New Zealand. Of course, I have several people here in Canada because, you know, it's exciting when someone always asks you, what do you do? And I say, I teach people how to make money on eBay. Everyone wants your card. So on my trip, all my cards got given away because everybody wants to know how to make money, doing it right from home, and having fun. That's it.
Wow, Jody, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm like jotting a few notes because I want to bring up some points, and I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't jot that fast. Well, one thing that I want to point out first off is the fact that you're a mom of 6 children, and I didn't get to jot down who came from where or whatever, but I'm like, that is the Canadian Brady Bunch. I mean, we all Americans, we love the Brady Bunch. So we love the Brady Bunch, and you know, so that is phenomenal. So, you know, even with this extended family, you know, you're able to take your vacation. You're able to have that freedom to take your dreams off the shelf. And you said, you know, over 10 years that you and your husband couldn't align your vacation together. And thanks to DS Domination, you're now have that freedom to get back to life, to, you know, be the mom that you want to be the, well, rather not even just the mom, be the parents, because you and your husband can be together, you know, rearing your children. And I do like, you know, the point about you when you made that first $10 profit. It was like, I know the feeling. So it is like a phenomenal thing. And then you get addicted to it. You're always looking at your phone. Is my volume off? You don't want to miss a cha-ching, you know, right? Matter of fact, while you were talking, I was just swiping through my phone because I got a message. I thought it was a cha-ching. But anyway, it's such a phenomenal place to be. And like you know, mentioned, you started doing DS Domination because you wanted to have the upper hand. And we all know what's coming up in the very near couple of months. People are going to be out there left and right getting ready for Christmas. And either one or two things is going to happen. You're either going to pay for Christmas this year or you're going to get paid. So again, although you wanted the opportunity to save yourself some money, here you are now able to buy the most amazing Christmas for you and your family, right?
Absolutely. And I don't even have my phone beside me because literally we got home just like yesterday or the day before, and my phone has been so dead because everywhere I go, I'm scanning. It's like, well, what can I make for that on Amazon? Oh! And my car, I got, you know, I mean, even now I'm shipping out some stuff even from my house because, you know, I thought, oh, I'll just sell stuff out around my home. Well, you know what? That's a lot of work. And I guess other people who might be used to, you know, selling items on eBay, traditionally to sell your stuff, because you see behind me, I actually have a whole bunch of stuff listed, and it's a lot of work. You got to take the pictures, you got to take then the product once it sells down to the post office and stuff like that. And I said to my husband, that's it. You know, I put it up there because I do want to get rid of stuff, but at the same time, this $20 program can teach you how you don't have to even sell your stuff in your house. You know, you don't have to go down to, you know, we actually had snow the other day. So I don't have to go out in the snow and go to a post office to drop stuff off. And I think that that's the biggest power, is that you can really make income right from your computer without having to leave and put on your snowshoes. I'm just kidding. I don't have snowshoes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jody. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you. You made a lot of great points. And again, this is what it's all about, people. Again, at any time, if you feel compelled to learn more information, click the need more information button, because we do want you to make an informed decision. But, as Jody mentioned, it was a $20 decision that has yielded her and her husband to be able to take a family vacation after 10 years. I call that taking your dreams off the shelf and living. And it's because of her home business. And you heard her say at her job, she didn't even want to go pee. I mean, and she peed when she got, no, I'm just kidding. But she didn't even want to take a break because she didn't want to miss a commission. And here it is. Yesterday, I was at a wedding and I sold a red leather sofa, something that I listed probably 2 weeks ago. So basically, you set it and forget it. So again, if you're interested to get started today, because there's one thing I can promise you. If you don't get started, you won't make any money, okay? So we're going to move right along. Right now, I'm going to call out my co-host, Miss Sharon Booker Brown. And Miss Sharon is someone who is new to me, so I want you to tell us your story, Miss Sharon. Let us know, where you came from in business and what has DS Domination done for you to have you, feeling like such a phenomenal woman.
Thank you, Lakeisha. I started with DS Domination back at the end of January of this year. And at the time, I had previously spent about 16 years in corporate America. And late last year, I started a virtual assistant business. And that was going okay, but it was a little slow. I was having problems getting clients, but I knew I wanted to do something online. I knew I wanted to do something where I could work from home on my computer, not have to go to an office and work in a cubicle for the rest of my working career. And a friend sent me an invite on Facebook to watch one of the Hangouts. So I logged into the Hangout, heard the amazing stories from men and women who were making money selling on eBay. So I joined right away. And I started watching the videos. The videos were very easy to follow, very easy to understand. I listed a few items, and I sold my first item within 9 days of joining the company. And then a couple of weeks later, I continued to make sales, so I decided to join as an affiliate, which is really something that I thought I would never do because I don't really like recruiting. I've never been good at recruiting in the past when I've worked with other direct sales companies. So I did join as an affiliate because I was seeing how easy it was for me to make money. And since then, I've started building a team. I have about 7 people on my team now. And I'm just enjoying the business. I love the leadership. They're teaching me a lot about being an entrepreneur and running your own business. So in addition to making money on eBay, and now I'm also making sales on Amazon, I'm also learning how to grow my business and support my team. So that's my story.
Well, thank you so much. What a phenomenal story. Again, you worked in corporate America for 16 years, and then you said another key point that a lot of people don't realize, and Facebook, you found a link or saw the link on Facebook. And Facebook, I have to say, has been the biggest thing for me. I mean, that is really where I have done most of my marketing, and basically all of my business partners, well, I would say 90% of my business partners have come from Facebook. So Facebook is huge, and also the fact that you mentioned how easy the training was, and how before you didn't want to bring anybody else into a business because of, whatever reason. But here you found a home and you felt safe and comfortable to share it. So, I want to say kudos to you and your 7 new team members, and before you know it, I can remember when I had 7. And before I knew it, it was like 70. And before I knew it, it was like 107. I mean, so those numbers will grow so fast because, like you said, the key is the leadership. And you being a phenomenal leader, you can't help but to create other leaders. So, I want to say congratulations for that. And thank you for co-hosting with me. And right now, I'll turn it over to you and let you do your thing.
Okay, thank you, Lakeisha. Now we're going to go to Latrice. Latrice, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Could you tell us your story, how you joined DS Domination, and what your experience has been since you joined the company?
Yes, my name is Latrice, and I'm new to online marketing. I started in DS Domination 4 months ago, and basically I used to work for the New York State Department of Labor office, and my experience there was very good. I was the head trainer. I am very well known in my community, and when I joined DS Domination, I realized the power of this business. I understood it. It's a no-brainer business, and I knew that it would change lives. My community right now is facing a major shutdown, which is going to affect about 1,000 employees in my community, and I know that through this business, I'll be able to help them and their families financially. And the company that's going to shut down, I used to be their trainer, their computer trainer, so now I'll be able to teach them, eBay, cut, copy, and paste, and it's changed my life, DS Domination. I have a small team. We're growing, 1 person a day. So they have been connecting with me on Facebook. Primarily, my team has grown through Facebook. That's how I found out about DS Domination. When I first started my listings, I found, actually God sent me to the dollar store, and I found 25 sneakers that were on sale for $1. So I sold them all for $20 and made $250. So I'm just very blessed to be here. You all are very inspiring women, and it feels like a family, and I'm just glad to be a part of the team.
Great. Well, thank you for being on the panel. You did say you just started 4 months ago. How are you finding the training when you first started? You said you're a trainer. How was the training for you since you have experience in training?
Oh, I thought it was very easy. I'm a note taker, so I took like 20 pages of notes, and the modules are about 5 minutes long, so I mean, anyone from every age group can go through the trainings and learn from them. So whether or not you're experienced in online marketing or if you're new to it, you can benefit from the training and understand what's going on.
Okay, great. Well, thanks again for joining the panel. It was nice meeting you. And now we're going to go to Donna Brown. Donna, can you unmute your line?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, but we're not able to see your picture. We're not able to see you on your webcam.
I don't know what happened. Hold on.
Okay, now you can.
You can see me now?
Hi. On the panel. Can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Sure. Hi, I'm Donna Brown, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I was previously a New York City correction officer for 8 years. And recently, like about a month ago, I resigned. And I just couldn't deal with it anymore. It's the stress, and of course it was I walked away from a $76,000 a year income. Okay, but I saw a lot more in DSD, and I know that I want more out of life, and I know that here I can get it. I started back in June, on June 9th with DSD. And, I played around a little bit. I did some of the trainings. I didn't really get into it like I should have. So, going through the group on Facebook, I was seeing all the, the stories, all the results that the team were getting. And I was like, what am I doing? What, I need to get to work. So, August 3rd, I put up my first listing, and within 4 hours, I had my first sale. And it was a personal item, and I got a profit about $78. And I'm telling you, I was blown away from that moment on. I said, I'm going to take this and run with it. And I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, great. In DS Domination, we have our unit of prosperity, and we're all tied in with the Facebook group. How are you finding the support that you're getting from your fellow team members through our Facebook group and through the Hangouts?
Well, I find it to be great. I've had a lot of support, so it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm glad being here. I just love the team. The team of people that I'm working with are outstanding. And I'm loving to see all the great results each and every one of us are getting. But to the folks that's listening out there, your results will vary, but that this is the business. I've been in a lot of businesses in the past, and I've never had the results that I'm having and I'm just in maybe over a month now that I've really been working the business. So I would say just click on that button and get started. $20, you can't lose. You cannot lose.
Right, I agree. Thank you so much for joining us and for being on the panel. And congratulations on your success after just being with the company for a little over a month. Congratulations and thanks again for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I am going to turn the Hangout back over to Coach Lakeisha and let her finish out the Hangout.
Sharon, thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure co-hosting with you, and I just wanted to just bring out something that was said by Latrice. One of the things that she said that really stuck out with me was that she went to the Dollar Tree. Is that right, Latrice?
Yes, it is.
Okay, she went to the Dollar Tree, and can you say again, what was it that you bought and how much did you sell it for?
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I found them for $1 each. They were on sale, so I sold them. I got about $2.50 profit, so.
Wow, that's what you call, ladies and gentlemen that are watching, that is what you call resourcefulness. So there's not a lack of resources, but only a lack of resourcefulness. So this young lady, quite like me, probably didn't know that there was a box. So, a lot of people say you need to think outside the box. That's what you call an action or a person who didn't even know that there was a box. So again, I want to just commend you for that. I wanted to just point that out because there may be someone who's watching, that might be wondering, what can I sell? What can I do to speed up the pace with eBay? So thank you so much for sharing that. And also I wanted to say, Donna mentioned a great point as well, how once she decided on August 3rd to take her business serious and to make it happen, she made her first listing and made a sale within 4 hours. And to that, I want to say results may vary. Some people, might not get results or might not get a sale in 15 or 16 or 17 days. But then here she was after she took action, she made it happen and got her item listed and made a sale. So again, if you are not speaking, if you will, press the mute button just so that we don't hear any feedback. And I want to thank all of you ladies for coming out. I want to let me see, who do I have now? Okay, I have Angie. Angie, my sister nurse. I love it. I just get so tickled when I see other nurses because, well, for various reasons, but I just love it because that is something that I've done, for the last 20 years. So, when I see other nurses up on the panel, when I see other nurses in the business, I know that it wasn't just me, who always was looking for something extra, to do. So again, I want to bring out Angie. Angie is a person also that I met who had just gotten started with the business when I met her out in Las Vegas, or not long before that. And I was shocked because I was shocked that she was already fully committed to the point of, getting, breaking away from her family, leaving them at home to go out here. So that said a lot. So Angie, I want you to think about that and speak on that. The fact that you left your family at home and you came to Las Vegas to connect with all of us when you had really just got started. So that said a lot about you as a person and your commitment level. So if you will, come out and tell us about Angie and what DS Domination has done for you.
Thank you so much, Keisha. You know what? My name is Angie Tinini Rogers, and yes, I am a nurse. I'm a nurse manager, actually. Mom of 3 boys and married. But you know what? I am sitting here listening to these ladies' testimonies and these stories, and I am so overwhelmed with the power that each of their stories have. I'm over here frantically taking notes on each of their stories, right? Because they are so powerful. I mean, each of you speaks to such a special, a special place or a special person that's out there listening, and it's just overwhelming. So I joined, and I understand the importance of connection and leadership, and so I wanted to get to that event, and so I made that happen. It was shortly after I joined. I found out about the event, and I did not think twice about that. I just got my tickets. I got ready to go. I went there out to Vegas by myself. I did not know anybody, and I came back with new family. I mean, that's, when Tam was talking about meeting, I met Tam. We went on a little bowling trip with UOP, with the Unit of Prosperity. Deetra had scheduled a bowling trip for us to go and just kind of hang out and get to know each other, because we're building businesses, but we're building a family. We're building a support system. And so I met Tam, and we were bowling and having a great time. And then I met Keisha we sat together at Bahama Breeze at one of our get-togethers, and we're able to talk. But and we've all kept connected. The Facebook group that we're talking about, it is so important to really commit yourself 100% to something that you want to do, because otherwise, things just aren't going to happen. You can kind of halfway do things here and there, but it's not going to get the results that you want. So if you're serious about wanting something different for yourself, or wanting something more for yourself, your family, your friends, those who you want to try to bless, then you have to go in, and you have to go in 100%. So being at the event just really solidified the we talked about the business plan and just the love that the leaders of this company, and Reginald and Keisha, and the leaders of this team as well, have such an investment in who we are, our success, not just in DSD, but personally. Right before this, I just got off a call that Mr. Reginald arranged for us to listen to someone. He brought a guest speaker in, and that guest speaker talked a lot about what value that each person has to provide to someone else. And so we need to start looking at the value that each of us have, because somebody out there is waiting on us to give us that value, to give them that value. each lady sitting here on this panel, as well as each lady sitting out there right now listening to our voices, have something to offer someone. And someone is sitting there waiting on your experience, your talent, your heart, that they're waiting on you. And so this isn't just about building an eBay and Amazon business. It's about building yourself so that you can reach as far as you were meant to reach on this earth, to help and pull other people up. So, you know, when you ask me about the event, I cannot wait until the next event. When I came home from that event, I felt like it was a family reunion where I hadn't seen family, and then afterwards I was kind of like, I really want to see these people again. I really want to hang out with these people again. It felt like there was a void almost. So I am so eager till they announce the next event, because I can't wait to get my hands around your all's necks and give you all hugs, and not hands but arms, I guess, right? I'm talking about hugging. You know, I just want to give you guys a squeeze, because I love these ladies and I love the people that we've connected with, and you know, just an amazing opportunity. So, you know, I just want to try to point out a couple of things that I just took notes about. So Tam talked about the family atmosphere. Absolutely. The Facebook mastermind private group that we have is absolutely amazing. You know, you get to know people that way, and then eventually, hopefully, we'll see each other in person. And the amount of value and tips and help and support that's provided in there is really second to none. People actually that are not on our Unit of Prosperity team ask to pay us to get into the Facebook group. And, you know, we're not doing that. You got to be part of our team to do that, because we want to help each other, you know, get ahead. But, you know, it's an amazing, amazing group. And, yeah, I talked about the lifelong skills, the training and the skills that we're getting. Again, it's not just about building. It's about we're learning marketing skills that we can take from here to DS Domination to anything. I'm actually using some of the marketing skills that I'm learning to do a fundraiser for one of the charities that I fundraise for. I had a friend commit suicide a few years ago, and so I organize a team every year to donate, and so and to raise awareness and to prevent. So I use some of my marketing on Facebook, some of the trainings that I've learned to do that. So these are skills that you can use, you know, if you have a job, in your job. If you have, I use some Google Hangout, and I use some other internet marketing things with my team at work as well. So, you know, you're learning skills that you can take with you wherever you go. And I loved what Tam said about we're drop shipping. We are being paid to advertise for these people, right? We teach you. So what do you get for your 20 bucks, right? You get training for how to build a business on eBay, how to drop ship items. So we may drop ship an item. If somebody else is selling an item, we use that item, we drop ship that, which means we don't touch it, feel it, smell it, you know, mail it, anything like that. We simply get paid for that item, and then we send that item out. So what we're doing essentially is being paid to advertise for that person selling that item. It's kind of like, you know, you flip houses. Well, we just flip items on eBay and Amazon, okay? It's the same type of scenario, okay? We're flipping items on Amazon. And then the other thing I want to point out is, you know, we have people on this panel, Donna, who left a job. She was making $76,000 a year. You know, who would do that? Well, I tell you who. People who are committed and understand that building a business for yourself is something that can last you a lifetime. And then joining this team and this company with this training, that's a solid, solid thing that you can do, because the training that we get is real. The self-development and growth that we get is real, and it's something that will last us a lifetime. So that's an amazing point. And, you know, one of my last points I just want to point out, I'm going through my notes, I don't want to miss anything. Oh, I know what it is. So some of you that are watching may have been in other companies, or you try to make money online and you haven't done it. Well, we just heard Donna say that she made money in 4 hours. And we heard someone else say, I think it was Sharon, she sold something in 9 days. Well, I don't know about you, but I have tried some other companies before, and I did not make money in 4 hours or 9 days or 12 months for that matter, okay? When I started DS Domination, I listed my items and I made a sale within 48 hours, less than 48 hours. And I made back the 20 bucks that I paid for the training that taught me how to make that money. So while these results will vary for you, because again, as Keisha said, we don't know your work ethic. We don't know if you're going to watch the training and then just, never do anything. But if you watch the training and you do it consistently, you do what you're told to do in the fashion that you're told to do it, then, making money is going to happen for you at some point. So, people here are making money because they're following a simple step-by-step training, and they're consistent, and they're doing exactly what they're told, and they're making money. So I didn't mean to take up a lot of time. It's so exciting. I love being on this panel, and I love hearing the stories of these fantastic women.
Well, Angie, all I can say is, wow. I, asked them in the chat, where is your link? Because I'm ready to sign up with you all over again. I love it. I love it. I love your energy. It's contagious. And again, like I say, just like, I mentioned from the beginning, meeting you, meeting Tam, and just us just making a connection, putting a touch and a feel to the face, that we see on Facebook and the chats and all. I mean, it is amazing. And again, I can't begin to tell you what it means to really be in the company of such people who, want nothing more than to build you up. So many people are around negative people, negative Nellies and negative Neds, who are pulling them down, who are weighing heavy on their shoulders and are not boosting them. And if you ask them, oh girl, you shouldn't do that. eBay, what is eBay? What I look like on eBay? Why do I want to do eBay? But they don't even have $2 to give you. So again, you are a direct reflection of the 5 people that you hang out with, that you associate with. So either you need to have a zero circle of friends, or you need to connect with some people who are going in the right direction. Okay. So again, a little bit about me, just a little bit, is I'm a registered nurse, been a nurse for 20 years. Last month I made 20 years. And thanks to DS Domination, I'm just going to give you the short version. I was able to basically walk away from my full-time nursing job. But it was me being strategic, and I made a plan after I got my first sale, or my first couple of sales. I actually started October 15th. And I didn't do anything with it. I started watching the training. I put it aside until one day I was at home with my mom. We was headed out to church, and I'm gonna be Miss Smart Girl and list some items, and happen to have listed two items that costed me over $400. So those 2 items sold in 2 days. So I mean, I did not follow the training, because had I followed the training, those 2 items would have been maybe $20 or $30. But of course, by me not following the training, they were, over $400 added together. However, that still put me in the position to where I wanted to be. And what I was doing at that time, 2 things is, I was studying to become I was an aspiring life coach, as well. I was an aspiring inspirational speaker. So I knew that I needed to make an extra income, because I was like about $500 short at the end of the month of my bills. Okay. So I knew that I had to find something, and I didn't want the first nursing job. So a second nursing job is definitely for 2 different people in my world. So I knew that I had to find something that I could do that was easy enough for me to do it while I work my job, and I wasn't really concerned with sharing the business with anyone, because again, I've been in this industry for about 19, well, 20 years, and I've sold everything legal. Okay. So with that being said, I didn't want to promise anybody anything anymore, because again, I didn't know if they could do. I didn't know if they could do it or if they would do it. But with DS Domination, I couldn't hold my peace. I had to share this business. Okay. So the one thing that I want to point out too, just to really add on to what Angie was saying, with Reginald and the unit of prosperity, Reginald is helping us to build our mind, our mindset, us as a person, okay, so that I can go back to my original dream of being an inspirational speaker and a life coach. I knew that I couldn't just hop out of my nursing job and say, oh, I'm a life coach, and be sitting over there eating milk and bread or some ramen noodle because I didn't have money or get my car repossessed again, because I've done that before. And I didn't do it, but it happened, you know. But that was what God had aligned in my life to get my attention, you know. So that was what had to happen to me. So I embrace it and I move forward knowing that I had to make better decisions. I knew then that those people who were in my life weren't the people that was going to get me where I needed to go. So again, without preaching, because they say I preach, I don't want to preach tonight. But I do want to let you know that the unit of prosperity is all about unity and it's all about prosperity. And so with the money that I'm going to be able to earn from DS Domination, I will have a stellar, you know, coaching practice. I will be a phenomenal inspirational speaker, and I won't be saying, because I'm going to be, and I just said, I'm going to be on the top, because this business is going to allow me the finances that it takes for me to develop my skills. And I already have, as Angie said, we already have, just from your life experiences, whether they are good or bad, it's something that you can monetize, just what Larry Beecham is teaching us. It's something that you can make money from thin air right now with what you have up here. I can recall my ex, I was telling him he is a computer whiz, was never taught. He just learned on his own, just a natural at it. And I will tell him, I'm like, you just spent 2 hours on the phone with this person. How much did they deposit into your PayPal? He said, PayPal? I can't charge them anything. I went online and researched and found the information. Yeah, but you did the research and you saved them $400. Are you kidding me? So anyway, moving forward, I did promise at the beginning of the call, so I'll be really brief with this. I did promise that I was going to share some value about eBay, because a lot of people is like, why eBay? And I have to be honest, I never imagined last year this time that I would be doing anything but maybe shopping on eBay occasionally. Okay, so anyway, the one thing that I wanted to just share is just some facts that I learned about eBay. And I want to just share this with the people who are listening, because you might be wondering why eBay. eBay, after they landed, they started with their smartphone app in 2009. They did more than $600 million in volume. So that means people were shopping with their iPhone. Right now, you could be in Starbucks or Walmart or anywhere, and you see people actually buying things on their smartphone. In 2010, that same app did $1.75 billion in sales. And right now, eBay predicts that over 50% of the future sales will be done using a smartphone. Okay, so that just lets us know that mobile commerce is here to stay. And e-commerce and mobile commerce is where it is, because you have access to, 35 million users, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So why not eBay? That's what you should be asking yourself. Why not eBay? And today people are using the department stores. I think somebody mentioned it, Angie and maybe Tam. Today people are using department stores to go and touch and feel the products. They're using it as really like a showroom before they go home and purchase the item online. So they might go and look and see, oh yeah, that'll fit in the living room, and then they go right home to eBay and Amazon and buy that very item. So you might be wondering why eBay. So I'm gonna tell you a few reasons why. Little, very little entry costs. You have access to over 200 million customers worldwide from your sofa. You work from home. You can grow it to any size. You have unlimited product availability, unlimited income potential, easy to automate, so it runs without you. Like I sold a sofa while I was at a wedding yesterday. It runs from anywhere in the world where you have internet connection. E-commerce is the largest growth market on the planet right now, okay? And it can be started today. There are no royalties, no franchise fees. It's easy to double or quadruple your sales. There's no high-risk capital for remodeling a business and hoping that the business is in business next year from now, a year from now. There's no rent, no lease. You are your own boss, okay? You don't have anybody standing over you. You have huge tax benefits from running a home-based business. And one of the trainings that they have given us is about taxes, so you can know what you need to file for your taxes. Your eBay business is an asset, okay? It is an asset that you can pass along to your family. It can you can build it part-time while you have a job. You may not be like me. You might love your job and what it is you're doing. You might not want, to quit your job. You just might need to be, maybe you're looking for an extra $100 a week or a month. Maybe you're looking for just an extra 500 because it's a known fact that most people, not most, I don't know the statistics, so I won't give out no bad facts, but a lot of people are just one paycheck away from bankruptcy, so I want to give you just a quote here from Bill Cosby. He said, decide that you want it more than you're afraid of it. So I know a lot of people have been watching our Hangouts over and over again. And again, those two buttons, you could click the link, get back with the person who invited you and say, you know what? I am glad you invited me to this Hangout. I got a lot of value. I felt the heart. I felt the compassion. And these women, if they can do it, by golly, I can do it. And you just have to tell yourself and put the action to work. So I'm just going to tell you just a few things here, and we're going to end this Hangout. And tomorrow night, we're going to have our magnificent Monday night affiliate Hangout, where you could sign up tonight and have your friends and family and people on there if you choose to become an affiliate, which is totally optional. You do not have to recruit. But once you get this blessing, you will feel pretty compelled to share it and bless other people. So I'm just going to tell you a few things that you really may have lying around your house that you can get rid of to get started with your eBay business today. Okay, you might have old TVs, TV remotes, TV cabinets, chairs, couches, hi-fi equipment, VCR, DVD, recorders, the old cassette players, 8-track players, old video games, Nintendos, all the game controllers, the machines, coffee tables, video cameras, still cameras, lenses, headphones, old mobile phones, PDAs, bag phones, computer parts, monitors, desktops, laptops, old hard drives, boards, modem, router, sunglasses, prescription glasses, watches, lamps, bedside table, night tables, mattresses, bases, clothes, from the shirts to the pants to the swimsuits, and brand new will make you more money. Baby wear, strollers, bassinet, cots, diapers, hobby items, stamp collections, trains, model airplanes, woodworking kits, uniforms, wedding gowns, instruments, guitars, drums, amplifier, comic books, records, CDs, arts, crafts, beads, ceramics, pottery, wedding gear, camping gear, motorcycle gear, books, car parts, audio owner manuals, boats, boat parts, bikes, bike parts, bowling ball equipment, skateboarding, tools, whether they're manual or power, sporting equipment, tennis rackets, golf clubs, basketball, baseball gloves, motorbike gear, horse riding gear, water sports gear, ice skating, rollerblade. Y'all can't never say you can't think of nothing to list on eBay behind that list, okay? So with that being said, and I did cut off the list because I didn't want y'all to think I was crazy, but I had to come up with a list because I have people who say, I don't know what to list. Whatever your eyes land on, wherever you sitting right now, in your home, in your car, wherever you are, just look around. The first item that your eyes land on, that's what you need to list tonight when you click the link to get started. With that being said, thank you all for attending our Winning Women Hangout, and we would love to partner with you. So get back with the person who told you about this hangout, and we will see you tomorrow night on our Monday night hangout. Thank you for attending.
Thank you for watching. For more information, go to the About tab and visit my website. You'll see it right there in the description. It's partnerwithyvonne.com. Again, www.partnerwithyvonne.com.